Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So at the beginning of the year I did a resolutions and goals video for my reading and also my channel. And since it's now the middle of the year, I thought it was about time that I do a check-in video just to let you know how I'm doing with all of my goals. So I guess I will jump straight in and explain what each goal is and how my progress is. My first reading goal for this year was to read 50 books, and at this point I am ahead of schedule. I have read 27 books, I think. According to Goodreads, I'm about 3 or 4 books ahead of schedule, which is lovely. I'm actually kind of surprised that I am on track just with how much reading I've been doing for uni. It feels like I haven't been reading anything at all. So it's kind of nice to know that I actually am making progress despite it feeling like nothing. Another one of my goals is to cut down my list of unfinished series by 10. So this means that even if I complete 10 series throughout the year, if I start, say, 4 more, I won't have completed my goal. At that point, I would need to have completed a total of 14 series to cut the total down by 10, if you catch my drift. So in my bullet journal, I have made a list of all the series that I need to finish. I went through all of my books. I didn't include every series that I have started and not finished because there are some that I'm giving up on. I don't have any intention of completing them, so just kind of pointless to bother stressing myself over it, really. So I wrote down all of the series that I have unfinished that I plan to complete at some point, and I also made a note of all of the books that I do own already from all of those series. I do have another goal that pertains to cutting down my book buying this year, so I wanted to make sure that I did have enough series to complete in order to finish this challenge. So at this point I do have roughly 10 different series that I currently own, so I should be able to finish it. So at the beginning of the year I had a total of 43 unfinished series, and so far this year I have started another 3. So that means I need to complete at least 13 series this year. So far I have only completed 3 series, so I haven't made any progress forward, I haven't gone backwards either, so at this point I still need to complete 10 series. One of my other goals was to read more big books this year, and I did make a list of about 5 books that I was hoping to use to contribute to this challenge. So the list that I made included Sari, A Clash of Kings, House of Leaves, S, and The Golem and the Jinni. Now at this point I haven't finished any of those books. I have started House of Leaves and I'm hoping to finish that this coming month. I have, however, read another book that wasn't on that list that is 650 pages, so it's quite a chunky book, and that was Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So that is 1.5 books that I can use for that goal. In terms of book buying, I also wanted to participate in the Project 5. So that means that you read 5 books before you buy another one. For this one as well, I also decided to include review copies that I request as buying a book because I am asking to receive it. Money isn't the issue in this situation, it's trying to cut down my TBR pile. But I decided not to include unsolicited copies of books because I don't have any control over receiving those. I don't even know that I'm getting a package until it's right there in my mailbox. That has proved to be a little bit tricky though, because I have received a few review copies that I haven't asked for, so I haven't been making much progress in terms of cutting down my TBR pile. But as for the Project 5, I am right on track. So there was a period at the beginning of the year where I was kind of getting myself into debt. I'd bought a few books and I'd only read a few and hadn't earned the right to buy anything. So again, taking to my bullet journal, I have a list of all the books that I've read this year, and under each of those I have the book that I bought after reading 5. So obviously, having read 27 books so far this year, I've earned the right to buy 5. And so at this point I have bought / requested 5 books. So yeah, on track with the Project 5. And now moving on to my booktube goals for the year. I had 2 things that I wanted to do, but I knew that when uni came around there was going to be some stressful times, so I wasn't going to punish myself for not being able to achieve those. My first one was to upload at least 1 video a week, and I think for the most part I have been able to do this. I think there was only 1 or 2 weeks so far this year that I haven't been able to upload, but at the same time there have been some weeks where I posted twice. So generally I'm going okay with that one. My ideal amount of videos is 2 a week, but there's just been times where I really have not been able to do it. Again, uni break, might try and get ahead of that. And my other goal was to post 2 reviews each month. I managed to keep on track of this goal for the first 3 months of the year. I posted reviews for Warbreaker and Soundless in January, ones for Throne of Glass and Dream Hunter in February, and ones for My Sister Rosa and Crown of Midnight in March. And then I haven't really been able to do anything since then, unfortunately, which is quite sad, but I'm hoping to remedy that and put up some reviews in the next coming weeks and months. So that is it for my 2016 resolution and goals check-in so far. I hope that for those of you that have also made goals for yourself that you're doing well. Even if not, try not to feel too discouraged. We've still got the rest of the year to get ahead and get things done. Stay positive, we can do this! So that's all that I have for this video. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!